delay today, visiting a house that the church donated a couple years ago. And as we pull up, you'll see all the crowds gathered behind us, and they come for the blessings that were brought, the shoes and the candy and everything. And as you come out and work in the village and let the light of Christ shine, it just draws people from the village and all the surrounding areas to wherever we are and wherever we're doing outreach.
Man, it's two summers ago we was here having summer camp over in Delay with Cookie. It's the same village, but it's about a half a mile right down the road. And I was walking around and I was looking, and I felt like the Lord spoke to my heart and He said, I want you to build a house. For who, I didn't know. You know, I thought maybe Grandma down there or somebody, you know, that, but I had no clue. But when I came back, I went home and thought about this. When we came back last year in February, I think myself and Brian and Jill and a few more came up here, and Cookie brought us up here. So she took us right down here to this little lady's got 5 children and Grandma living with her, and her husband died in December. And I was walking around looking, it was as bad as I ever seen. You know, like 5 kids living in a little bitty. You're gonna be able to see the hug if it's still there. And the Lord spoke to my heart and said, this is the family. And then on the way back, I told Cookie, I said, I believe this is the family that the Lord wants us to build. And Cookie said, He told me the same thing, and I wanted to tell you that. So I brought this before the church, and we raised enough money to build a house and be able to supply it with beds and food and windows, and it was such a blessing when I went for what our church did, you know, and was able to hire a couple block masons. So we got down here, the block was laid, we was able to build the roof, the shutters, the doors, and the furniture that was inside of it. And I'll tell you a neat little story, it's kind of hard for me to tell. When we was down here working, about the 3rd day, Cookie got us together during our devotion and said, listen, we need to pray. It's kind of hard to tell the story. Said that there's a spirit of jealousy among the village because she was the poorest of the poor, and now she's got a house better than anybody else. Said we need to pray for her safety. She was sincerely, I seen in her eyes. And on the way back the next day, we rode back and forth in a little pickup truck, and it was full. So I got up the front, and we had a Haitian driver. I couldn't speak to him. I was not praying, but I was sincerely concerned. I'm thinking, what if somebody comes to bring her harm? Why would somebody come and hurt this lady and her children because of jealousy? Because she was the poorest of the poor, now she's got a nice house. And I'm thinking, Lord, I initiated this, you know, wouldn't that be awful? And I felt like the Lord spoke to my heart. And He said, who built this house? And at that time, perfect peace flooded my soul. And I thought, wow, it just, you know, who built this house? God, you built this house, so why are you worried? You know, and so when we went back home, you know, about a month later, I called Cookie back. You know, I was kind of curious, you know, I said, how's she doing? She said she's doing great. She has dignity now. She holds her head up. The locks we put on the door. She has a little bracelet around her wrist and has little keys and stuff. And so it's really neat. So you're gonna meet. She's real sweet. She don't speak a bit of English. I don't even know her name, but that's how all this come about. So she's now got a home, and I remember Cookie telling me that. She said, now I just praise Jesus because I didn't know what to do. My husband's dead. I got 5 kids, and they're laying in the mud, and now they don't have to.
We are here at the house that we built last July for Sangelia, the grandma, and her daughter-in-law and their children, the children. The husband is dead. But this is the house that the team from Covenant built in July. There are curtains in the house from Linda Hovis, who so lovingly made those. All the furniture in there, the table, the box where we keep the food was made by the men, Travis and all the men who were here. The bunk beds were provided, the sheets, all of that you bought, the pots for the kitchen, the storage containers, the silverware. And right now, when we went in just to see, Sangelia, the grandma, was just in tears and saying, oh God, oh God. And you don't know what a blessing it is for this family to live in this house. Now, we didn't pick out the color of the house. If you notice that, we did do the shutters, the green. Linda Hovis's curtains are red, so they're Christmas colors. Isn't that lovely? But a youth team from Santiago came and painted this blue, but it's very colorful and very lived in and very loved. And we thank you so very much for your sacrifice, and you just don't know what a blessing blessing it is. You don't know how you have blessed this family and how grateful they are to you for what you have provided for them.
She's really happy because have a really bad life. I don't know how to thank you for that you're doing for the kids, for my grandmom, for my family. I want to say thank you so much.
Say bonjour.
Hey y'all.